We got JP finally gotten here, and let's go to get College Park and go to Charlie, and then we're going to get to you, Jay.
No, Charlie can hold. Everybody can hold. If you're on hold, stay there. We'll get to you. I want to start Monday with a giant bleep you for an unnamed airline. And we're going to start there. And I'm going to keep the airline's name to myself, but bleep you all the way to wherever your headquarters is and back. At most, I should have been about 5 minutes late. Like, I was supposed to land at 9:45. Mm-hmm. Not only they're delayed because the amount of cursing I want to do is astonishing, but I'm going to try to control myself. Nobody can find the log. That's the delay this morning. Nobody can find the log. I imagine the pilot shouldn't that be in the goddamn cockpit? Where does the log go? So then, in the half hour it takes these absolute imbeciles to find the log, we're in Minnesota. It's 4 degrees. Then the damn plane ices up. So then you got to de-ice. I understand that, but if we were ready to go, we would have just gone and not have to de-ice. Then, Brian, we land here in Washington. Mm-hmm. Of course, the parking spot's not ready. Of course. And then because this is a regional jet, on what planet is Washington, D.C. and Minneapolis in the same region? Why are you sending a regional jet from D.C. to Minneapolis? It's probably 1,000 miles. That's not D.C. to New York, little jet, no problem. D.C. to Boston, I get it. D.C. to Norfolk, maybe even Charlotte. Minnesota is not regional. So anybody with a carry-on, you gotta check it, right? Mm-hmm. On the way to Minnesota, they were efficient. They got the bags right up. God bless the 2 75-year-old ladies in charge of the luggage at DCA. Wasn't the most efficient process. Somehow, grace of God, my bag was the first. I literally sat and watched my bag sit on the runway, the tarmac, whatever you want to call it, for like 11 minutes. I was looking at my phone, just going ballistic. The ineptitude of commercial air travel is astonishing. Just astonishing. My preferred airline is United. They do a pretty good job. I was not flying United today. And when you have to, because of my crazy ass schedule, you got to just sometimes take whatever flight works. God, that was awful. Now, you know what else was? I don't know what was worse. My flight home this morning or the freaking football performance we saw yesterday, B. This team had not been shut out since 2019. You and I worked that game. There was a freaking tropical storm hovering over the DMV. Mm-hmm. It was raining sheets. The reason nobody scored, the Niners were a wagon that year. They connected on 3 field goals. It was a 9-0 game because it was raining so hard you could barely see in front of you. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, last I checked, there's a dome on that stadium. I know they dropped fake snow from the sky for some stupid reason, but there was no weather impacting Washington's offense. Mm-hmm. Their inability to recognize Brian Flores' advanced blitz concepts is really shocking for an offensive staff that's got a whole lot of brain power. Mm-hmm. They couldn't figure out a damn thing. And the entire game turned when you get first and goal from the 4 and you run it, and you get second and goal from the 1 and you call 3 straight pass plays. And maybe Debo should have caught it on 4th down. You also should have run it. 3 straight pass plays from the 1. Yeah. I need to talk. I need Doc Walker injected into my veins. What are you doing? Oh, it's already
been done that. I think he already been injected, but the whole
what
thing
are you doing? And then you give up 19 plays, 98 yards, 12 minutes, 1 second drive. Longest drive in the NFL in the last 4 years. Mm. Minnesota's longest drive since at least 2000 when they started tracking this stuff.
Yeah.
What are you doing? 3rd downs. But J.J. McCarthy was 5 for 5 on 3rd down. All the dude does is throw picks. Yesterday it was Joe Montana.
He was Joe Montana yesterday, but
I am roasting hot.
The throwing the ball inside the 5, that's been happening all year.
I'm not.
It's nothing new.
I'm not mad at.
I'm mad that it's happening.
2 of the 4, you want to throw it? Okay. You got to run it one more time. You've got to at least run it one more time.
I just think when you get to the 1 yard line, you should be able to just drop a set and say, we're going to get this 1 yard.
You agree with me that that sequence
it changed everything.
7-0, you don't get it, and then it's 14-0 because they're able to go 98 yards on your defense.
And listen, them not getting it doesn't automatically mean you have to allow a 90-something yard drive.
No.
But I believe you run that ball 4 times, you get in the end zone.
I mean, watching that unfold. So you try to go jumbo, try to get cute. You run Coleman to the corner. Minnesota was all over it. I
don't understand why that play was called at all.
Sometimes you wonder if people are putting tape out there for their next job. I don't know. But you go jumbo throw there. It was never there. The third down was never there. Jaden's getting pressured. The fourth down, maybe Debo should have caught that. There was a lot of hand fighting there. I'm okay with it not getting called. Debo's pushing 2. The ball does hit him in the hands. He's also falling down. Like, if that's your third down, and it's like, damn, but then you run it on fourth, if they got stuffed running it on fourth down, I'm not complaining because that's the right call. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying you got to line up a jumbo with a fullback. Like, you can still spread them out.
Yeah.
You can still put Terry and Debo out to one side
totally.
and run it off the edge. Your offensive line in the Denver game, which I talked about, the amount of back padding that came after a loss, I found problematic because you did take Denver to the wire, but you also lost the game. Mm-hmm. The back padding that was reasonable and resonated with me was that it was the offensive line's best performance.
Yeah.
You know what the O-line wants to do? 2nd and goal from the 1?
Roll grade.
Forward, not backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything boils down to one sequence because so Minnesota goes 19-98-12, 14-0. Then Washington is able to get a stop. Jaden and company got the ball with a minute 50 and 2 timeouts. That's a prime opportunity to go get some points. You're getting the ball coming out of halftime. That game could look very different. 6 and out, punt. And you know what Kevin O'Connell is thrilled to do with his struggling second-year quarterback when he gets the ball with, 25 seconds before halftime and a 14-0 lead?
Neil.
Take a knee, baby. Yep. We're going into halftime with the lead. That everything about that performance was god-awful. And I know, I had the radio on driving from the airport, and I heard Jeff say, we got to figure out some time to say something positive. That's tomorrow. Today is not the day for positivity. Because there was, C-Rod, I heard you say that. C-Rod was running well. Mm-hmm. When they had 2nd and goal from the 1, he was averaging 8 yards per carry.
Yeah.
How many carries did he get after
0?
that? Not everything boils down to one thing, but when you get blanked by a team that got blanked last week, zeros we're talking. How many times in your career, in 14 years playing in the NFL, how many times in your career were you part of an offense that got 0 points? I bet you can count it on one hand.
Probably once or twice.
Right. You played 14 years. What's 14 times 16? You played, I don't know.
200 plus.
200 plus NFL games. That doesn't happen. The rules are designed for the offense to have every advantage. Every advantage.
But I think the thing of it though, Jay, and I understand.
They threw for 108 yards in an NFL game.
Like I said, everybody should be frustrated, but I think we also got to understand this team has shown it is not good as we thought it was for a long time here now.
Sure.
So I think my frustration was with the performance I saw and the effort I saw. I don't think it's a very good team right now.
Clearly
so I'm not excessively pissed because I recognized that a while ago that they were not very, very good.
I think,
and the injuries was a big problem with it. So like now I see everything. I see too many different things happening. We're trying to implement somebody back into the system. Why trying to make somebody understand the system? Why we got too much stuff going on instead of everybody on the same accord. You get what I'm saying? And I just don't see it how I expected to see it. But I thought we had started to see something in the last 2 games. And then yesterday, I'm like, oh, hell, that was a hell of a step back.
So DQ, when he opened his comments afterwards, he said, I felt like last week was a step forward and then this was 3 steps back. Later in his presser, he's like 3 steps back. This was 10 steps back. Mm-hmm. I feel like that was real. You are right. This team isn't good. You don't lose 7 in a row and fall to 3-9 if you're good. Mm-hmm. Like Were there a confluence of factors? Yes. Were injuries a big one? Yes. Yesterday's the healthiest they've been all year.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible. And you're right. This, like, the performance yesterday, maybe we shouldn't be shocked, but that was a shocking result. J.J. McCarthy had thrown 10 picks in 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess Luvu batted 1 pass. I don't think a DB got a hand on a football. I
didn't understand the coverage.
Well, they were selling out to stop Jefferson from breaking their back. They were clouding him everywhere. That's why the tight ends were just running wide open, because everything was designed to stop Jefferson.
I understand that.
DQ
I understand stop Jefferson, but you're giving people 12 and 13 yards in front of you.
There was a 3rd and 7 where the DB was 11 yards off.
That is what I don't understand.
Brian, coming into that game yesterday, Minnesota was 29th in points scored, 28th in yards gained, and 31st in the NFL on third downs. In the first half, I believe they were perfect on third down. On the 98-yard drive, they went 5 for 5 on third down.
Yeah.
And it wasn't 3rd and 1s. It wasn't tush push. It was 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. There was a 3rd and 12 in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know that I've watched that team come off the field in pure silence. And I've watched a lot of bad losses. I don't know that I'd ever heard or felt silence to that degree. And I do think some of that was the emotion of seeing Zach Ertz and understanding what that probably means for his career. Maybe not, but possibly anyway. But I saw Adam Peters and Josh Harris stand there and shake everyone's hand as they walked in, players, coaches. So I know people are going to light these phones up talking about hot seats and who should go. I did not get the feeling or the opinion that those two, the big boss and then the boss, are looking to fire anyone. But I know after a performance like that, NFL coaches don't outrun the storm. Most NFL coaches can't outrun an 8-game losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the reality. Go around the league. Atlanta, Kansas City, LA, wherever you want to go. An 8-game losing streak generally gets dudes in trouble.
Yeah.
3 and 10 generally gets you in trouble. Now, I think they're going to preach continuity, and maybe it was the injuries this year, and we're going to get this thing back on track. But they're in trouble, dude. You ride an 8-game losing streak, and you're 3 and 10. And you got 4 left, and they can say 4 division games. This is going to be our barometer. They're dogs to the Giants.
I expected that.
How could you not? They got blanked yesterday.
I expected that.
They lost 31-0 to a 4-8 Vikings team with quarterback trouble like we used to have.
But listen, I just think that they lost to a 4-8 team. We were 3-9.
They've now lost.
We were worse than that team coming into the game,
dude. And they lost to the Dolphins. That was a team that was good. They're bad. Like, there's got to be, like, we all need to take a deep breath and be like, oh my God, this thing we invest so much time, energy, effort, money. I saw all the Commanders fans on my flight. They're spending real American currency to fly back and forth to Minnesota. God bless these people that plan a trip to Minnesota. You and I have to go. That place sucks in the winter. It was 6 degrees. That is not fit for human inhabitation.
Well, I saw a bunch of little kids walking around with just a T-shirt on, Jay. We don't have the right blood.
It ain't me. That place is not for me. Because I've been to Minnesota enough during the sale process. That's where the NFL held all the meetings, because it's very convenient for NFL owners, because there's a private jet runway next to a JW Marriott. They can fly in and out. For us flying commercial air travel, it sucks. Here's the thing about Minnesota. It's so damn cold, so you got to be convinced the summers must be great. Wrong. Hot and humid. Felt like it did here in D.C. in the summer. Get me the hell out of Minnesota. We'll get to the phones. I'm angry about a lot of things. It's BMitch and Finlay.